Friday Night Duels on the ACC Network Extra. We welcome you to Raleigh, where 8th-ranked NC State hosts the Duke Blue Devils in a Tobacco Road rivalry. It's the ACC home opener for NC State as we welcome you Matt side here inside Reynolds Coliseum. Hello, everybody. My name is Andrew Sanders. Here with Tariq Wilson, the 4-time All-American. NC State opened its ACC with a loss to Virginia Tech, but won 5 individual bouts, highlighted by Trent Highland.
Yes, in this match, there was a big win for NC State, especially coming from the leader at 174. It boosted morale of the team and gave them a fighting chance.
Hidley with a thrilling, sudden victory over Bolin, his 3rd straight at 184 pounds over Bolin. He is not wrestling tonight, however, at 184, so the Wolfpack will look for some leadership at 141 from Ryan Jack.
Yes, Ryan Jack is having a phenomenal year, 16-1, and he's looking to build on that lead and bring his team to a win tonight.
We'll start at 125 pounds when we come back. It's the Pack and the Blue Devils, and it's next on the ACC Network Extra. Coliseum, a tremendous atmosphere as the lights come back on. We're going to start at 125 pounds tonight, but our 2 bouts to watch come at the heavier weights. 197 with Braden Ray and Isaac Trumbull, and at heavyweight as well, Tyree Houghton against Jonah Niesenbaum of Duke. So we expect those 2 bouts will be worth the wait.
Yeah, they definitely will.
NC State 10-1 on the season in duels. Duke 3-7. Both teams suffering defeat in their first, in their ACC opener, I should say. While Jarrett Trombley wastes no time getting a takedown, less than 10 seconds in his bout.
Yes, definitely. That was a quick takedown. Something that we usually don't see when we're wrestling against with Trombley out here wrestling on the mat. So this is something, a new approach that he's looking to make a statement against this Blue Devils.
Well, you started 125 pounds. You're looking to set the tone. I think he's safe to say he's done that.
Oh, he definitely has.
Jarrett Trombley ranked 26th in the country against Ethan Grimminger. Just a freshman from California. Making his 4th start this year at 125. Look for a tilt. Couple of swipes. And it's a 4 count.
Same, holding 4, same here, same, holding 4.
Trombley has not released that hold yet, so he's still working.
Yes, and then that was a great usage of the legs, going into the legs to the Jonesy tilt. Now he's looking to run this bar. Is he getting count? Still no count, still no count.
He's already got the 4. He's trying to lock up the fall. Grimminger able to get out, but he gets 4 near fall points. Big move early.
Big move early in this match. Set the tone early, looking to score. He's in on another shot.
This is a tough matchup for a true freshman going up against a guy like Trombley.
Yes, definitely. Especially being in this crowd and in the atmosphere, and you know, as you said, he is experienced and he's been on the scene for a while, so we'll see how the freshman can respond.
Duke has struggled at the lower weights earlier this season. They've been a little bit unsettled at both 125 and 133. As I mentioned, Grimminger, his 4th start of the year at this weight. They've had a couple of forfeits at this weight. Logan Agan, who we'll see at 133, he is 5 starts in this spot. So, again, a little bit unsettled here. And Duke gets stronger as we move up the weight classes. Grimminger coming off a Tuesday loss against App State's Caleb Smith. He was pinned. And once again, you see Trombley, he's been tough on top.
Oh, he definitely is. He's working to run this bar now. He's looking for the count. He has 1 swipe, not 2. Oh, now he's officially got swipes. He's holding 4. Now in this position, I would settle back, look to get my hips down, look for the fall. He throws in that boot. He's looking for double boots, and he's got it. And he has got it.
Jarrett Trombley opens up the duel with the pin. Well, he set the tone. And he continued to dominate from there.
Yes, definitely. This is something new that I've seen right there on his shots. We don't usually see him shoot a lot, and for him to come out blazing as hot as he did, that was a great start.
And you're a guy that likes a little offense. I know you like to see that open things up at 125.
I definitely do, especially with wrestling. The more offensive you are, the more you score points, the more things open up.
A look at the pin. Trombley in the first period getting it done. They had a ski mask a couple weeks ago. They decided to get rid of I believe it was the pin bandit. You know anything about that? I didn't see any exaggerated celebration there from Trombley.
Yeah, the pen bandit has been put on the shelf. It will not be coming out anytime again this season.
So NC State off to a great start with Trombley there. You saw Duke head coach Glenn Lanham in his 12th season at Duke. A couple of longtime coaches here in this one. Pat Popolizio in his 10th season as Kai O'Reaney gets introduced at 133. I mean, you talk about the atmosphere, okay? We've got some flames going. We got the pyrotechnics, and we've had some fireworks on the mat already with a pin.
Yes, we definitely have. This is a great atmosphere. We have the band, the cheerleaders. Everything's looking right for the guys to respond and have a good time and put on a show for the fans here in attendance.
133, 25th ranked Kai O'Reaney, the redshirt sophomore from Missouri, against Logan Agan, who, as I said, has bounced around between 25 and 33 this year.
Center. Stay center. Work in.
Right now, Kai has got his back against.
Center.
He has to get his butt towards the center to avoid a stalling call.
Center.
Right now.
Wrestle from it. We're neutral.
O'Reaney 5-3 in duels so
Wrestle
far
here,
this
stay
season.
center, guys.
Agan
Work in,
1-5. Duke has gotten just one win on the season at 133 pounds, and Agan trying to fill in that role. That win came from Drake Doolittle, but Agan has been bothered by injuries this year. So has Doolittle, and so it's just been a tough spot. Good action here.
We're neutral. Center. Center.
Kind of a seesaw. It looked like Agan had the upper hand for a second, then O'Reaney almost able to flip him over.
Yes, definitely. It looked like Logan was in on the shot, and then Kai hip tossed. It looked like to me hip tossed on the edge to create some action and free up that leg and shoot him out on the edge.
Very grateful to have the opportunity to work with you, Tariq, and you bring an interesting perspective because you wrestled at this weight. You've wrestled at the next one at 141, at 149 as well. So what do you think are some of your keys that were big for you in having success at this weight at 133?
Wrestle out of this.
I definitely would have to say starting off strong early, getting that takedown in the first, getting a couple takedowns in the first period, and then building on that momentum and that lead. There's going to be a lot of action, a lot of flurries, so you will have to keep your composure and keep your pace to where you don't get tired, don't exert yourself too early in the match, and then later on in the match you feel it and then you tire out. So
both guys just looking for their first score, and there is the stall warning as O'Reaney really circled Agan all the way around the mat there. Agan now in his junior season. He came into Durham as a freshman, didn't want a red shirt, and Coach Lanham said, look, he's a gritty, tough kid. He said, I want to put my foot in the water and see how deep it is. And as a true freshman, he got that opportunity. And so now in his junior year, yes, he's just a junior, but he's got some season.
Center.
Yes, he has been battling this throughout this whole match, staying in there with Kai. Oh, Kai in on the takedown with the shot to finish.
So the first score comes just about 30 seconds left in this first period, and O'Reaney trying to build on that momentum. Took a tough loss against 5th-ranked Sam Latona last week and looking to bounce back. Agan looking for a late escape. And he hasn't been awarded yet. No escape. Good job late clock by Arini.
Yes, that was big, holding him down for the last 30 seconds of the match and not giving up that escape to make it 2-0 going to the second instead of 2-1.
Get a look at the rankings at this weight. Intermat, Latona, Mickey Philippi, and then Arini, the top 3 at this weight in the conference. Arini, an NCAA qualifier last year at this weight, got a couple of wins as the 15 seed at NCAAs. Got to think that experience brought him some momentum into this year.
Yes, he's definitely did not like how he ended the season last year. He's looking to have a better season this year.
Green is going to go down.
And to eventually, get that AA that everyone's searching for.
Yeah.
AA national champ. Quick escape by Logan. That was good. Definitely didn't give up the riding time point. Didn't have. Now he's working that under over position. He already has a stalling call, so he's circling his butt back into the mat, forcing Kai to use it or hold out for a stalemate.
Center.
You talk about that AA, that All-American that everybody's looking for. You redshirted your first year here at NC State. Second year, I don't know if it was a surprise to you. I think it was a surprise to the wrestling community as a whole that you went all the way to third place in NCAAs. What was that experience like for you, and how much confidence did that build for you?
It definitely built a lot of confidence. Going into the NCAAs, I knew what I had to do. I knew I was up there and I could compete and be up there with the top guys in that weight class. But I just had to believe in myself first before anyone else.
So when I went felt like, hey, I can make this kind of a run.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Most definitely I did think I could make this run. Now, I didn't know how far I was going to go into it, but I knew like an AA was I was definitely leaving that building with an AA.
Hagen right there was on his heels for a moment, but able to stay upright. Under 30 seconds to go, second period here. Arini with 40 seconds of ride time right now. Hagen's a guy from Ohio. Good wrestling up there, I hear.
Yes.
And so Arini puts him down, and he's got him in danger. Couple of back points.
Hey, stay legal there. Stay legal with it.
Wait, late in the period, Kai Arini going to work.
Yes, Kai capitalized off of Logan having that split decision to get up out of his stance. So he scored that takedown to the back, get those back points as well.
Okay, guys, third period here, 6-1. Let's have a good start.
You've been in the room with Kai. What makes him so tough to wrestle against?
Okay, set.
He is flexible. He's athletic. Scoring on him in general is tough since he can go to that split. He can have his foot in the air and bounce, and it just wears you out. You trying to score, kick the leg. So he is definitely athletic and has freakish talent and flexibility.
He gets the escape here quickly. Less than 10 seconds into the third.
Center.
Two more for Arini.
Kai's just trying to build on it. He's looking for the pin.
Hey, he's got to have it here.
He has to get that hip down. Step over that leg, stretch him out. Logan is doing a good job of fighting. The fans behind us are screaming slap the mat, but that shoulder blade was still up off the mat.
Arini that close to a pin.
Continue to work.
Hey, he's still got some time to work here.
Yeah, it's definitely enough time for him to get another turn and capitalize this off with a tech fall. Right now he's up 12, has the riding time locked up. He has that cradle locked up again. He has to bring him back. Is he going to?
Arini working so hard here.
Yep, and then there's swipes.
3, 4.
He's holding a 4 count.
Just a little peek at the clock for Arini. He'll go ahead and release that hold to get 4 more, and that'll lock up the tech fall. 2 cradles.
2 cradles back to back. After the first one, he felt that he could get the second one and get another turn and capitalize and get the 4 points, look for a fall.
Arini 21-1 officially on the tech fall. So a strong start for the Wolfpack. 11-0 through 2 bouts. The Trombley pin, the Arini tech fall. Don't go anywhere. Whole lot more action to come. 141 when we come back. And we welcome you back to beautiful Reynolds Coliseum. NC State already with a pin from Jared Trombley, a tech fall from Kai Arini, leading 11-0 through 2 bouts. Back with Tariq Wilson, I'm Andrew Sanders. We move on to 141 pounds, where we highlighted Ryan Jack for NC State at the start, ranked 5th in the country with no Trent Hidley tonight. He's the headliner for the pack, and we were expecting to see a former NC State wrestler, the transfer Jarrett Papsey, in this spot. He was scheduled to go at 141, but it's actually going to be Christian Coleman for Duke, who draws the tough matchup of going up against Ryan Jack.
Center, gentlemen, center, get in there.
Well, when you come in as an underdog, I know you weren't an underdog a whole lot in your career, but you have to view this as a good opportunity, right, to kind of test where you're at.
Yes, definitely. Christian is on the offensive, and he's looking to make a statement like, I'm here to battle.
Yeah.
I won't take a back seat. And he's being aggressive, trying to stay in there with Ryan Jack. Ryan Jack's doing a great job of controlling positioning.
Center, guys, work center.
Coleman wrestled in the first 3 duels for Duke against American, Maryland, and Bloomsburg. Since then, it's been Papsey in this spot.
Get in there, guys, get in there, center.
Ryan's in on that shot right now. He's looking to finish. Right now, he's doing a great job of lifting above that knee. Right now, he has the ankle. He secured it. He's on his head too.
Now, what we've seen so far from NC State wrestlers is not just the ability to get takedowns, but the ability to get those near fall points. And we'll see if Jack is able to do the same.
Okay, guys, on my whistle, let's have a good start.
Whether it's been the bar, it's been the cradle.
NC State has thrown a lot of different positionings, a lot of different turning points on the Duke Blue Devils here tonight, and we just don't know what we're about to see tonight again for Ryan Jack.
Coleman, the sophomore from Pennsylvania, 3-8 on the season.
Still working here, guys. Still working. Stay in. Let's work. Action.
Jack coming off a big win over 12th ranked Tom Crook. 2-1 in Blacksburg last weekend.
Off. Green, you're down.
They'll reset here. 40 seconds of ride time for Jack.
Okay, guys, good start. Set, cover legal. Okay.
Coleman's to his feet quick.
Stay in, guys.
Quick
Stay
and
in here.
explosive.
Stay legal.
Up over a minute of ride time.
Stay legal here.
Jack continuing to work. And he'll just take it back for a reset.
Okay, guys, let's stay in the center here. Let's stay
Is that
off the edge.
frustrating for you a little bit when you're working hard on the edge like that, but there's really no opening?
Yes, it's definitely frustrating as a top wrestler. You want to look to score and you want to look to continue to ride, but that edge is right there, and it's sometimes it's your friend, sometimes it's your enemy. So
a love-hate relationship.
Definitely a love-hate relationship.
1, 2.
Coleman
Still working here, off.
trying to work from here on bottom. You know, Coach Lanham said that volunteer assistant Corey Bell, who was a tremendous wrestler at Carolina, actually has the best technique from bottom that he's ever seen. And so he works with, you know, the Duke wrestlers from this position.
Red, good choice. Red's going to go bottom. Okay, 2-0 here, guys.
With nearly 2 minutes of ride time in that first period, Jack will start on bottom here in the second. We'll get a look to see what Coleman can do from up top.
Right now, if I was Coleman, I'm looking to cut into this riding time, get a few mat returns. I don't want, oh, Jack's quick. Coleman's still on top.
And there's the reversal. Yeah, after you're on bottom for 2 minutes, right? That's a tiring first period. You're looking to, as you said, get a couple mat returns, maybe try to wear Jack out a little bit, but that reversal came quick.
It sure did, and I think that's exactly what Jack planned. Create that opening and then capitalize off of it.
Coleman gets the escape to score his first point. Still over a minute and a half of ride time for Jack.
Center.
And it's been a while since we've seen these guys neutral. Jack trying to pull him back in.
Two red.
And he does secure the 2 right on the edge of the mat.
3, off.
So what's your strategy here if you're Jack? Obviously, you've had some success. Do you look to cut? Or do you look for that, what we've seen from the first earlier bouts of looking for that bigger move?
I would look to ride him out. Try to get a turn while I was on top.
Okay.
And just feel how, if I can feel that I can get a turn, then I'll go for the turn. But as Ryan felt that he could get on another takedown, and he has secured it, and he's building on the riding time. So.
Hasn't been able to get any back points yet, but 4 takedowns.
Stay legal on it.
Take a peek at the clock, 15 seconds left.
Continue to work.
Yeah, just not enough time for a late turn there. Jack conferring with the sideline how they want to proceed here with the third period. But Ryan Jack, one of the best wrestlers in the country at 141 in the ACC. Look, it's loaded. He just beat Crook, but you got McNeil from Carolina, Courtney from Virginia, and there's Cole Matthews in the top 5, the only wrestler ranked higher at 141. This is a tough weight class.
This is definitely a loaded weight class that should see fireworks going into the ACC championship and even in the duel. So a lot of action is going to go on. Stay tuned, for anyone can get upset in this weight class.
What was the biggest difference for you between 33 and 41?
I say strength-wise, the guys at 41 were definitely a little stronger than the guys at 33. Some of the things that I was doing at 133, I could not do as easily at 41. As easily at 41. So I had to make that adjustment.
You found that out pretty quick.
Found it out pretty quick after taking a couple notches on the belt of losses, and then I think during that jump from 33 to 41, there was an adjustment period of getting used to the weight class, the guys, how they wrestle. Every weight class wrestles differently. The lighter guys are more action, heavier guys are slow pace, slow scoring. So
it's a jump that Jack made, his first year at NC State. He did split some time at 33. As he gets in here.
They were scrambling. It was a good scramble. Ryan's looking to finish this Turk right here. He's trying to get that bottom leg Turked. And he has it. He's going to cross. He's going to cross the chin. Coleman does a good job of getting out that Turk. That was a dangerous position, especially with Ryan being on top. And if he'd had a couple more seconds in that position, Coleman would have been in trouble.
Red.
Take him back down.
Still working here, guys. Still working. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So that'll do it. Major decision as Ryan Jack takes it 13-4 over Christian Coleman. Bonus points abound through the first 3 bouts. What do you think of this takedown?
This is when they were scrambling. Notice how Jack doesn't give up, continues to wrestle in this position to secure the takedown.
Ryan Jack now 17-1 on the season and a perfect 10-0 in duels. There's the head coach of the pack, Pat Papalizio. You see what he's been able to do, 8 straight top 20 finishes. You were here for 6 years with Coach Pop. What do you think about the program as he's continued to develop it?
The program, he's getting a lot of better guys have been coming down. Started off with our class being the #1 class, and then eventually the guys just see what we were doing and how how the program was projecting to be on the rise, and they want to come down and be a part of NC State.
Inadvertent horn here, so hold on. False start, 5 yards on the offense. Jackson Arrington against Patrick Rowland here at 149 pounds. And Arrington gets right to work. 5 seconds in with the takedown. Yeah, you mentioned that. You were a part of a very special class here, right? 2016?
2016.
That's right. The #1 overall class. Obviously, you individually and the team going on to have tremendous success. How much pride do you have to know that, obviously, everyone who has ever wrestled here at NC State is a big part of building up the program, but to know that your class specifically had that kind of an impact?
I have a lot of pride, especially the way that the guys really bought into what Coach Pop was talking about and how he ran the program and the outcomes. You see the guys are producing well. We have Trent doing well, All-American. We have Ryan being in there, Ed. Like there have guys on the NC State Wolfpack team that are at that point, but now they just need to make that leap of getting the AA.
Potentially dangerous here. And then you've got the next generation, right? The freshmen like Jackson Arrington, who's coming in and, boy, immediately having some success here against the redshirt junior Rowland.
Gonna be a pause, a little
First
bit of a pause.
caution
So just get the
here
first one.
on Arrington. Freshman from Pennsylvania, coming off a loss to a top 10 ranked wrestler in Caleb Hinson of Virginia Tech, lost by decision. He's wrestled some tough guys. A couple of losses to Milner of App State. And that's who got Rowland on Tuesday. He was pinned. Also lost last Friday to Carolina's Zach Sherman. That by major decision.
Stay legal. Stalling green, stall warning green.
And a stall warning here given to Roland.
Stay legal. Work to improve.
Jackson has been working on top, looking to get that arm across the back.
Now, Roland is a guy that likes to get a little funky if he can. But right now, he's been, for the most part, as he is able to build himself up here, but he was kind of flat on his belly.
Yeah, and that is credit to Jackson having that pressure forward. There's a lot of pressure, especially when you have that arm pulling it out and putting it across the back. So essentially, you're one-handed.
Yeah,
so
it doesn't look like fun.
No. So what Roland would have to do is try to get that elbow back and get out of this position, because this is not a good position you want to be in for the first period, especially it being 3 minutes.
And he's already been hit with a stall. 5 seconds into the period, Jackson Arrington with the takedown. And it appears he's going to get a ride out from there. Just ran out of time because swipes were coming.
Swipes definitely were coming.
So 2 minutes, 54 and a half seconds of ride time in the first period. Here's the takedown right from the jump.
That has been a common thing with NC State wrestlers from the first 3 weight classes. It's going out, getting that takedown quick early in the match and trying to build on that lead.
It seems like that's been the point of emphasis. That's been the pack mentality, if you will.
Still green. 1. We're neutral. Okay. Center.
What do you think of the job that Hayden's been doing, Hayden Hiley, that is hosting the podcast?
He's doing a phenomenal job on the podcast.
And when is he going to have you on there?
We have to discuss that later on at a later time.
Nothing here,
but he's doing a phenomenal job at it, and listening to him and his knowledge that he brings and the people that he brings on and the conversations they have is just wonderful.
Very insightful inside the NC State program. Arrington with the takedown, building that lead. Ride time continuing, up over 3 minutes now.
Stay legal with it.
Right now he's trying to work that bar tilt. He has it reinforced.
Keep the bar legal. Keep it legal. Keep it legal.
So he's looking to drive over that shoulder and get that left leg underneath. Secure back points.
Continue to work here.
Arrington younger, Roland a redshirt junior, but he's been behind a fine silver, right? That's been a common theme for Duke. You got the 4 brothers, and so he's kind of had to wait his turn. So even though it's his 4th year, he's seeing more opportunity. And this is his 23rd bout of the season, 11-11 on the season.
Still red. 1. We're neutral.
Oh, with a double.
Now he's in that seatbelt position.
We're neutral.
Looking to step over that leg, step behind that leg. Oh, misdirection there. That was a great misdirection. He had Roland thinking that he was going to step behind, but officially popped his head across and circled backwards.
Arrington continuing to attack here. All right, we'll take another look at that last takedown. You call it the misdirection. Take me through it.
So right now, Jackson, as you see, Jackson was looking hard for that step over that leg to capitalize, pull it up, shelf it on the left hip. But Roland did not give him the opportunity to do so. So he capitalized and hit the mixed direction.
I did not see, obviously Arrington trying to go optional restart there, and then I didn't see the escape. Now the escape is awarded. And so there was no takedown there. He never lost control.
Now we're back in that seatbelt position as we were earlier.
So now, oh well, that answers my question. I was going to say, do you go with the originally that step over? You go to the misdirection again? Or you could just run out of bounds.
Yeah. You look to switch it up, keep their opponent guessing.
Okay.
Switch it up so they don't get used to you hitting one move and then anticipating that, and then that's when you hit that. That's when he used the misdirection to capitalize.
Center. Stalling green. Stalling
And there's
green.
a stall.
1.
Second stall point awarded to Arrington.
Roland sprawled out. He wants to keep that hip down
We're neutral.
and circle. He's on his knees, on his toes right now. He wants to keep that. Jackson's in that seatbelt. He stepped behind
Neutral.
in this position. In this position,
Stay legal there.
Jackson wants to shelf it. Now get that arm back, stalemate. That is the position that Jackson has been trying to find this whole entire match. Hasn't quite yet been able to use it or capitalize on it.
Stay legal. Wrestle from it. Center. Wrestle here, wrestle from this. Wrestle out of it. Stalemate, neutral.
And with 9 seconds left, stalemate.
Nothing.
With the bonus point, this is major decision territory. On the right time point, I should say. And it is another bonus point victory. Jackson Arrington takes it 10-2. Just consistent offense for the freshman.
Yes, definitely, and that's the key thing that's been making a big difference from this week than last week. He was more defensive last week, didn't get to his offense, but this week he switched the gear and he's been defensive and looking to score points.
All NC State so far, 157 coming up. Ed Scott against Logan Ferrero when we come back. NC State and Duke going head-to-head here in Raleigh. It is, of course, Friday night duels in the ACC. Look around the ACC. How about Pitt? Up 12-0 through 3. Got a pin at 125. Then Mickey Philippi beating Sam Latona. And so Pitt setting the tone against Virginia Tech. And, you know, that Pittsburgh program is on the rise.
It definitely is. They do have some hammers on the wrestling team.
And by the way, Pitt is coming here to Raleigh in just a couple of weeks, February 10th. Two quick points here for Ed Scott, and he cuts immediately here against Logan Ferrero, the sophomore from the state of Missouri. Speaking of Virginia Tech, Duke, we'll see them next in Durham, 7 o'clock next Friday. So, of course, when you look around the ACC, both teams paying attention to that.
Still red.
Well, Ed Scott is known for hitting big moves, but right here, he looks like he is confident. And as you said, right, you like to get a couple of takedowns early. He's already done that.
Yes, and he has definitely scored from several different positions. Throw by in the beginning, leg shot there. So he's trying to switch up his attacks to keep his opponent guessing.
Ferrero was pinned by App State's Tommy Yaskey on Tuesday. Scott coming off a loss to Bryce Andonian, 24-10. It was a major decision. Maybe blowing off some steam here. How did you, not that you lost a lot in your career, Scott hasn't lost a lot either, but coming off a loss,
Red.
going into that next bout, take me kind of into your mentality. Is that Ed close? He's got 4 swipes here.
He's looking to get this ball in his head. The Ed lock.
And he's got it. Another first period pin. And for Ed Scott, his 12th of his career. That's quite a way to go to intermission.
It definitely is.
5-minute break.
Seeing it here.
Quite a bounce back for Scott. We'll take a break halfway through here in Raleigh. Five bouts so far, all have been bonus point victories for NC State. We've seen 2 pins, a tech fall, and a couple major decisions. Welcome you back alongside Tariq Wilson. I'm Andrew Sanders. And well, we started 125 and Jared Trombley put on a show.
He sure did. Started out hot early, getting a few takedowns, then finishing off with a 10. As we see Kyrene getting that cradle locked up, look for getting those back points to finish his match off with a tech ball.
And we saw Reedy nearly get a pin as well. He locked up 2 cradles. Then Ryan Jack, ranked 5th in the country. He was able to win by major decision over Christian Coleman. And Jackson Arrington picked up right where the other 3 left off as he secured a major. And then at 157 pounds, this is the move for Ed Scott. You've seen it before.
I've seen it and I've been hitting it as well.
Yeah, that's a unique perspective. I'll have to ask you about that as we go along here. We move to 165 pounds. It's Gabe Dennett of Duke, the redshirt senior against redshirt freshman for NC State. Luke Arberg gets the go here at 165. He's 1-0 in duels this season. Got a win over Cal Poly's Eli Blake back on December 19th. And so NC State using this opportunity tonight to get a few new guys in the lineup, and Arberg looking to capitalize on that here against a seasoned guy in Dennett, and then it's his 5th year in college. But he's been dealing with some injuries, coming off an elbow surgery. He's only wrestled in 3 bouts this year. So 2 fairly untested guys in terms of experience this season.
Nothing here, neutral. Wrestle from it, wrestle from it.
Gabe still looking to finish. Luke is fighting him off, and that's Schmidt's fighting hands. Still in this position. If I was Gabe, I have to get it up, pull him back to the middle, pull him back to the middle to get have more room to work. That's the last thing you would want to do, is just dive back down on the ankle. You had a good position. You had him up in on his feet, hopping around. Now he had to do is just pull him back in. But Luke's doing a great job of fighting, getting that stalemate.
So Dennett getting a little momentum for Duke, able to get that leg, could not finish. And Arberg, who's 11-3 on the season, all 14, as I said, untested in duels, just 1. But his experience this year, it's all been at 157. So he's getting a bump up tonight, and he gets the first takedown of the bout.
And that was a nice ankle pick there. One of his signature moves, I would say.
Hey, gentlemen,
Yeah, so you've got some experience, right? You've gone against Ed Scott, gone against Arberg here. You were telling me before this match started that you see yourself as a versatile guy.
Oh yes, definitely.
You can go pretty much anywhere in the room. Not heavyweights.
Heavyweights too.
No.
Heavyweight.
Oh, heavyweights too.
Red.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sell you short there. Okay,
no, that's perfectly fine.
You want to roll around with the heavyweights? That's good for you.
I don't want to roll around. There's a big weight difference. I don't want to get hurt. But I use my quickness and my speed.
Sure.
And again on that shot.
We're neutral. We're neutral.
Now he's looking to capitalize by getting that right arm above the knee. That right arm is still below that knee. If he wants to finish well, he has to bring it above the knee. Gabe's doing a great job of using that shin wizard.
We're neutral.
Looking to get that stalemate, but they'll continue to move. 2 on the takedown.
Was never really able to get that arm above the knee, but late in the period, he could still finish.
And that was a good takedown late in the period, late in the first. Now he's up 4-1. He has a little cushion now.
That's got to feel good for a guy who is making his Reynolds Coliseum dual debut.
Yes, it definitely is.
I mean, this is a big-time atmosphere. I don't know if you remember your debut in this building, but if you do, what was it like? Or just in general, if you don't, what was it like in general wrestling in this facility?
It was something special, especially just feeling the crowd, hearing the crowd, everyone chanting. It's something that you don't forget. You don't forget your first time wrestling in an atmosphere like this, and it is continuing to grow.
Stay legal there.
Arberg, who was twice an Oklahoma state champion in high school. Did it at 120 pounds as a junior, 132 as a senior.
Wrestle with it.
Redshirted last year in Raleigh. Wrestled at 141 a couple of times last year, then 5 more tournaments at 149. Now you can see he's a tall guy. He's got length, big frame, and I know you were able to kind of use your length to your advantage in your career. What does that do for you, having maybe a little height advantage?
It's definitely an advantage. Using that length, getting to those positions where you're at least taller than the guy, longer than the guy. So you might not be as strong as the guy, but having that advantage of the arm width and legs really can help. As you see here, he's looking to step over with his long limbs.
Yeah, almost got the step over. We saw the sprawl earlier.
Yeah.
We saw the ankle pick, right? The long arms, that helps.
For a young guy to experience this atmosphere, and the way he's responding right now, it's a bright side for the Wolfpack. Gabe's not out of it. He's in on a shot. And on the shot, he has to look to get that shoulder back in. Arber's doing a great job of slipping the shoulder and able to step over. And eventually looking to come behind.
Oh, 2 was given right at the last second. And I think they're going to look at this, but what a big swing that would be. A takedown with 1 second on the clock.
I think we ought to go look at this, okay?
So we are going to have our first review tonight. And Coach Lanham coaching up his guy, Gabe Dennett. The Stanford transfer. Spent a couple of years there. That's where his dad, James, wrestled. And we'll get another look. What do you see here, Tariq?
It's a close call.
It's a buzzer beater.
It definitely is a buzzer beater. From what I'm seeing, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. He hasn't got his hip up above Gabe, so I don't think they'll sight with 2, but hey, I may be wrong. The important part here is Luke does a great job of fighting to get his hip over to score that takedown. And I think that's what the officials will be looking at right now is, did he get that hip over in time and show control?
So they'll run it back. This is exactly what the officials are looking at right now, this review that you're seeing. So the question is, there was control. When did it come? Was there a second on the clock, or was it triple zeros? All right, so when the last tick comes off, in your mind, you're wondering where exactly is that hip?
Yes, I am thinking where, in my mind, if I'm the official, where did he fully have positioning? Was his hip over? Was he still working to get on top? I know he has that left arm on the ankle, but is he still fighting a hip up? And we have confirmation, so there was enough there to see that his hip was over. He did have control with 1 second left.
So it was indeed a buzzer beater, and well, regardless of whether the takedown was given there or not, we knew that was tremendous defense, right? With about 10 seconds left, you were thinking Danette was in a favorable position, and Arberg turns it into 2.
Green. One, center.
Quick escape. 40 seconds is the ride time advantage here for Arberg.
Stay legal.
Now in this position, if I'm Gabe, I'm down 5. I have to work. I can't look for a stalemate. I have to go snap, try to beat the corner, get to an angles to either go to the go behind or capitalize on getting on that shot on that leg.
We've seen Danette has been in some good offensive positions, but scoring on the redshirt freshman has been really tough.
It definitely has, and I can give that credit to Luke being as long as he is, as we were mentioning earlier. With that length, it's like climbing a tree.
And, I mean, another great example here, right? I thought Danette was in pretty deep.
Luke's getting that hip down. He's circling. He has it locked in the crotch, so he's trying to get that left side. Oh, stalemate.
Danette's got to be thinking, what do I have to do here to get a takedown?
And it's 24 seconds. He has to have a little sense of urgency here. It's the third period, so now he has to go for a big move. Luke's not giving up, though. He's still looking to score more points. Gave him another shot. This position he's been in all night, all match. He's been in that same position.
Yeah. Both guys fighting with those legs, trying to get him over. Quite a debut for Luke Arberg. 7-2 decision over Gabe Danette. His 12th win of the season, but the first in front of the home crowd here inside Reynolds Coliseum. So we move to 174 pounds. This is 31st ranked Alex Faison of NC State. And he is scheduled to face Connor Becker of Duke. We were told that this is going to be a forfeit win for NC State. You see Faison in the middle here. We'll still have a hand raise. So tack on 6 more as Faison will have his hand raised, be a forfeit, and that'll take us to another break. 184 coming up next. Dylan Fishback against Luke Chaconis. Another look around the ACC. Hey, 24th ranked Pitt still leads against 7th ranked Virginia Tech. But remember, the lead was 12-0 just a couple of matches ago. The last 2 have gone to the Hokies via major decisions at 149 and 157. So that one available on ACC Network. Boy, it's fun on Friday nights in the ACC. The level of this conference has continued to step up as we step up to 184 pounds. Dylan Fishback, the freshman from Aurora, Ohio, against Luke Chaconis, the junior from Jersey, Washington, New Jersey, that is. 184 pounds, this is Trent Hidley territory, but he gets the night off tonight. And Fishback, a guy from your home state who comes in as a highly touted wrestler, is looking to light it up here early.
As you said, light it up early.
He is also making his Reynolds Coliseum dual debut tonight. And he hits a little 6-point move right away. A couple of times state champ in the state of Ohio. I tried to give you a chance to brag about Ohio wrestling earlier, and Kyorini came in with a big move. And now here, as I bring it up again, Fishback on the edge of the mat, close to a pin. And there he is.
Headgear in his face, mask. And in his face. And he still gets to finish.
A dream start to his Reynolds Coliseum dual career, and Trent Hidley with a nod of approval. That might be worth a raise the roof.
I don't think Trent would allow him to do the raise the roof. That's his signature. Dylan would have to come with his own signature.
He's just a freshman. He's got time to come up with his celebration.
Definitely has time. No need to worry about it now.
Well, wow, how about that? A first period pin. And you see Trent Hidley excited about what he saw. You got to think you have some nerves going. Fishback, boy, that was tremendous. Well, I was talking to you earlier about the program that Pat Popolizio has continued to build into a national power. And you said, you know, hey, yeah, my class was big, but they've continued to bring in good guys. And Fishback as a top 10 guy coming in. He shows you why right there.
Yeah, he definitely does.
Here's a guy who's pretty good as well. 197 pounds, Isaac Trumbull. He is ranked 6th. A sophomore from Nebraska going up against Braden Ray. If you remember all the way back at the beginning of the broadcast, we told you it'll be worth the wait. We expect our 2 highlight bouts to be at this weight and at heavyweight.
Get out of it. Break that. Don't go there.
Now, Braden Ray did not wrestle last week against Carolina or App State. He is 0-3 in duels this year. Losses against George Mason, Presbyterian, and Central Michigan. Former heavyweight guy. But obviously with Jonah Niesenbaum, who's ranked there at heavyweight, he was at about 230 pounds and decided he'd make the cut down here to 197. So he's still a big guy for 197, and so is Isaac Trumbull, obviously. Oh, the big guys getting tied up. And Trumbull.
Big move early. Looking for that fall. Hasn't quite yet got it yet. He threw in the boots. This might seal it. He might have it.
Nowhere to go. Isaac Trumbull with the pin. The 13th of his career. He saw Ed Scott tie him and he said, I need one more.
Throughout my career,
The band is here in Raleigh, adding to the tremendous atmosphere that we have experienced. And, well, some autographs being signed. It's been a big night for NC State. 46 team points as we head to the heavyweights. And this is where Duke has standout Jonah Niesenbaum, 22nd in the country, the senior from Allentown, Pennsylvania. He'll be going up against Tyree Houghton of NC State, also a senior. He's from Weddington, North Carolina. So again, this is one of our key matchups. We were treated at 197, a Trumbull takedown and then finish with a pin. And Niesenbaum here, he's trying to continue his excellent season.
Yeah, he's looking to finish, get that head out, finish off on this double. He does get the takedown.
The first lead for the Blue Devils in a bout here this evening. And I believe the first takedown as well.
Yes.
Niesenbaum has been the guy for Coach Lanham and Duke this season. 9-1 in duels this year, 20-3 overall. His only dual loss came against Maryland's Jaron Smith. 3 wins by bonus points in duels. And so a tough test for Houghton. He's shown that he can beat ranked guys. He got a win over Nebraska's Cale Davidson earlier this year. He's 2-0 in duels. You look at his 9-7 record on the season. He really just had one really tough day at the Wranglemania round robin where he suffered 4 of his 7 losses in one day. But since that point, I mean, he's been wrestling very well. Went 4-1 at the Lehman Open at the start of this year on January 6th. And that included a win. He pinned Ryan Katka, who's the brother of Virginia Tech's Hunter Katka, who Owen Treffin, who's the starter at this weight for NC State, just beat last week. Wrestling's a small world.
It is, it is.
Finger lock, guys, get out of it.
Niesenbaum.
He's looking to finish, and he does.
He does so quickly.
Off.
Jonah Niesenbaum, Coach Lanham said, look, he had a great summer of training, and he's got the potential to be a finalist in the ACC. You know, he's ready to go this year. I would have to think it can be tough, right? The team score is 46-0. It's already tough just waiting all the way from 25 all the way up. You know, you see your teammates not having some success. To keep that focus and that mentality, and to his credit, you know, he's got 1 dual loss on the year. He's been able to stay locked in and just wrestle his match.
And that's what you want in a leader. He's definitely a leader for Duke, and that's what you would like to see. A guy staying focused no matter the outcome of the team score, but still going out there and fighting and saying, like, hey guys, like we're still in it to win. Like, that's what we came here for. That's what wrestling's for. We came to get wins, and we're going to battle.
4th year as a starter at Duke. He wasn't always ranked. I mean, in 2020 as a freshman, look, he went 3-19. Sometimes that's what you have to do, right? That's wrestling. You got to take your losses, you learn from them, you make your adjustments, and now he's blossomed into his senior year. He's one of the best heavyweights in this conference.
Center.
Definitely is. Tyree's looking right now to work those double unders.
Center.
Double underhooks. I didn't think Trent Hidley was wrestling tonight. That's his signature, and he gets Niesenbaum hit with a stall. Warning.
Fingers, gentlemen, break it.
One of Niesenbaum's losses came to Binghamton's Corey Day, who's a ranked wrestler. He wrestled here in this very facility just a couple weeks ago on January 6th. Faced Owen Treffin. Seems like Houghton is, after giving up a couple early takedowns, he's starting to gain his confidence.
Yeah, he's looking to work that upper body. Jonah does a good job of circling in.
Center, gentlemen,
and
center.
just threatening Tyree as if he was going to use it, just making him back out.
Fingers. Wait. You guys stay out of it. Hey guys, if we keep going there, next time I got to call stalling on somebody, so let's stay out of it. Yeah.
Niesenbaum getting some instruction from Duke assistant Tom Erickson, who is a teammate of Coach Lanham's at Oklahoma State. He's a bigger guy. He helps with these heavier weights. He's been at a huge impact on the heavyweight Jonah Niesenbaum. Coach Erickson on his feet shouting, but once again double underhooks here.
Tyree looked to use that front trip. Another stall call.
So he gets a point. And that's kind of maybe just a business decision from Niesenbaum there, thinking, look, I'd rather give up the one and the potential stall than potentially give up a big move late in the clock.
Definitely.
Go bottom.
So if you're Houghton, you're down here with 2 minutes to go, third period, but you choose bottom, look for that quick escape, and then see if he can get one of those takedowns.
Got to caution here. Got to have your hands in front of the line. Got to get legal.
Ride time is not a factor.
Get on there.
As you were saying, a quick escape makes it 5-4. He's been doing good, working upper body, getting those stalling calls. Maybe he works for another stalling call, then tries to get a takedown.
He's to his feet. Second big mat return.
And he's back up.
Just 28 seconds of ride time, so that's the key there for Houghton. Got returned twice, but now he's a takedown away from taking the lead. Trying to circle.
And that's the thing with Tyree. He gives guys a heavyweight a fit. He's unorthodox and flexible and in those positions. You just don't know. You usually don't see guys.
Well, the fans wanted to stall there, not going to get it. You can really see the strength and the power of these two guys as they get tussled upper body.
Yes, definitely.
Fingers, get out of the finger out, get out of that.
And Niesenbaum has just lost once in a duel this season. But Houghton's got the home crowd behind him.
And they're roaring, and Tyree's looking to continue to work those upper body, sprawling here, looking to spin behind.
Under a minute to go, and we'll find out who's got more gas left in the tank.
Jonah, he can't back out of this.
Underhook.
He's already been warned a couple times. Tyree has to continue to work, not just hold on.
Both guys giving it their all here. Under 30 seconds to go.
Tyree he's looking to get that snatch single, looking to finish. They're still working, 15 seconds left. What is going to happen?
10 seconds. Niesenbaum defending with everything he has, and he's gonna hold on. A thrilling finale to this duel. And Jonah Niesenbaum does just enough to earn his 21st win of the season. But it was anything but easy as Houghton just kept coming at him.
Yes, and that was the gas tank of Tyree. They both were exhausted, both working, especially with Tyree working those big upper body movement. That's a lot of weight to be moving around for 7 minutes in the fast and then exchange. So hats off to both of those guys. They battled hard, but Jonah came out with the W.
So Niesenbaum gets the individual win for Duke, but this duel tonight all about NC State. They win the first 9 bouts. We saw 4 pins. They all came in the first period. This was a fun one. For Tariq Wilson and our fantastic crew here at Raleigh, I'm Andrew Sanders saying good night. 46-3, the final.